action. All right, battle scenes.
Yes, I guess anything we should talk about before I kind of.
Well, we could talk about how we defined them because
Oh,
um,
okay. Yep,
I
that
left
makes
out,
sense.
you know, just like basic gunfights or you know action scenes, and focus more like armies clashing. Is kind of what I had in mind.
Okay. It's like I came up with a huge list and then didn't write it
Hmm.
down, so I forgot it all.
Well, I have a few honorable mentions, but the more I thought of, I kind of got overwhelmed with this one because there's quite a
There's,
lot
yeah,
to choose from.
there is.
Um, but let's see,
And,
some honorable mentions. I got Black Hawk Down, which is basically the whole movie is one long battle scene. Um,
hmm, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, yeah, you have the setup where they fly in and you briefly meet some of the characters, but
Mhm.
uh, then as soon as the Black Hawk goes down, it's just nonstop. Um,
Yeah, that's more of a skirmish thing, I thought. Not really an army, though.
that's true. I mean, but it is. I mean, it's like
Guerrilla
it's the
warfare.
U.S. Army. Yeah, but it's warfare and it's
I
yeah.
guess that's kind of the progression. It's like we don't really have those large scale wars anymore where it's just like here's 100,000 troops and we're gonna fight 100,000 troops like you
Yeah,
like
yeah, just facing off with two armies like that.
mm,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, it
I
doesn't
guess that
really
was
happen that way anymore. I
a lot
mean,
of my
you've got
honorable
Russia and
mentions.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean that's a lot of drone um
hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
guerrilla
pretty
tactics,
modernized.
but I honestly don't know much about that landscape.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like
But
all
yeah,
my
yeah. Go ahead.
was what is it? The Patriot, I think. Mel
Oh, with
Gibson
Mel Gibson.
and even Braveheart was
Hmm.
like those two are, you got your Civil War battles and then your Viking battles. And then I guess Vikings, like the TV show, did a really fantastic job too.
Yeah, I watched I think the first season of Vikings, and then I just haven't gone back to it. I don't know if I lost interest. It was a good show. I liked it. I just kind of forgot that I was watching it because I watched it on vacation. That's why.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched it when I was visiting home, and then when I came home, like I have Netflix. I just kind of forgot that I had watched it, so
Huh.
I didn't continue. Um,
That's yeah, that's kind of strange. It's like you're in work mode or vacation mode.
yeah,
It's like
pretty
you
much.
don't want
Yeah.
to mix the streams, literally, I guess.
So I do have one television show on my list, though, on my top three. So, but we'll get to that.
Oh, oh yeah. I guess we should have talked about that earlier. Whoops. I guess we can talk about it after. Um, let's see. Okay, sorry. I had Bruce Lee on here before I had your update. um, so Star Wars.
Hmm.
Hope I didn't.
Yeah, the original Star Wars, A New Hope.
Yeah, kind of. We can talk about the cheesy Clone Wars CGI battles that are.
I never saw it.
What are you talking about? We watched it together. You're the one that. It's
Oh,
like,
that was Phantom Menace that we
oh,
saw in the theater
well,
together.
I
Yeah.
mean that was the Clone Wars. I
Oh,
know they've
right. That
made 1,000 different
right.
but that was the. I mean, I think that's part of the
I thought
subtitle.
Clone Wars was a specific movie. That I thought it was like an anime that
I think
was
you're right, but
titled Clone Wars. That's why I thought.
okay, no,
That's
no,
why I was
no,
saying I'd never seen it. Um,
no, not that one. Who cares?
yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, the the attack on the Death Star is pretty iconic.
Mhm.
Um, that's a good one. You've got the Battle of Hoth, I think, in Return of the Jedi. I don't
Oh, is that
remember.
the ice planet?
Yeah, with the walking things, and he flies around and tangles
Oh,
up their legs, and they fall. Yeah.
yep.
Um,
That's fun.
I can't remember if that was the second or third movie.
It doesn't matter.
Um,
I kind of group them
and
all
then
together as a trilogy.
yeah, I think of them. I think of them all together too. Uh, yeah, one of my honorable mentions is Rogue One. Is the ending is probably my favorite like Star Wars ship to ship battle scene.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just really fucking cool. Did you see Rogue One?
I did, and I'm trying to remember what you were talking about. 'Cause it's like, does it beat the originals? I don't think it did, but maybe I just don't
As
remember.
far as yeah, as far as spectacle and just like, oh, this is really cool.
Mhm.
I honestly think it does, but the originals win out for me just because I grew up watching them for nostalgia, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and I think they had a bigger cultural impact, obviously, than any of the newer movies. Um, but
Yeah.
just most of the new stuff I just don't care for. I thought Force Awakens was fine. Rogue One was fucking awesome. That's the standout for the new movies. The rest of them I just thought were kind of,
Well, I mean,
uh,
yeah, all the
they're weird.
stories of all of them are garbage, but
I wouldn't say they're garbage. I mean,
the
they
stories
might be.
definitely just pure
Uh,
pulp garbage. But
yeah, they're pulp. Yeah, I
that's
don't know if I'd say
specifically
garbage
the writing
though. Hmm.
of it. It's like they can still have good acting and good special effects, but and good costumes, I think,
Hmm.
and maybe choreography for the lightsaber battles.
Yeah,
So I mean, there's plenty of things that it does well. It's just
yeah.
story is not it.
Mm. I think the original three is it's a fine story. It's not like spectacular. I just I wouldn't call it garbage. It's just kind of all right. It's your basic hero's journey. Farm
Yeah.
boy to
Sorry.
knight.
I'm an elitist snob who
Yeah,
reads Plato,
that's
so
okay. That's okay.
it's like my bar is too high.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, Star Wars. There's a lot of pretty good battles.
Okay, I guess the other one was, oh, I think it's something you haven't seen that's on your to watch list, and that's Berserk. It's like that has
Yeah.
some
Okay.
really, really awesome, just armies clashing. Yeah, that's like the first,
Okay.
you know, half of the anime.
Hmm.
It's all that, and it's really well done.
Yeah, it is definitely on my list. I've heard you mention it, and I've heard other people. I know it got real popular there a couple of years ago,
Well,
and
it's like this was back in the hand drawn era of
yeah.
anime as well. So it's like it has
Okay.
a distinctive look, and they took a lot of pride in their craft,
Hmm.
like the craftsmanship of hand drawing all those
Yeah,
animations is it's
it's pretty impressive.
it is. But I guess
Well,
that's all of my honorable mentions since
okay.
I forgot all the rest.
I have another one on here. Forrest Gump. It's a very short battle,
Huh.
but I think it's pretty memorable. Um,
Yeah, where he's shot in the ass and
yeah.
carrying all his friends around.
hmm
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it was just looking back on when I first saw the movie, it was just such an unexpected, like, even though he'd been in Vietnam for a good portion of the movie by the time it happens, it
Hmm.
just doesn't seem like that type of movie where all of a sudden you've got this really, you know, brutal battle scene
Yeah, it's
out of
a
nowhere.
tone shift. It's like
It is, yeah. Yeah, big tone shift. Um,
but it's well done.
but it is. I thought it was really well done and really kind of harrowing, especially because you spend a whole movie like getting to know. It's not like the movie starts in Vietnam and
Hmm.
like, okay, now there's these characters that are probably going to be killed off or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, no, you lived his life with him and then see it from his perspective. Um, yeah, that's
Yep.
one
No,
honorable mention.
another
Let's
one I
see.
completely forgot about.
Um, of course, Braveheart. We mentioned that one earlier.
We did. We didn't really talk about it that much though.
No. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just I think that especially that first battle. I can't remember where it.
It's in
Maybe Stirling. I
England
can't
or
remember.
Scotland somewhere. I don't know the
Well, it
area
was
too
definitely
well.
there. It was definitely one of those two locations, but um, I can't remember which battle it was supposed to be because the second battle, the one where he gets betrayed by Robert the Bruce and all that stuff, and he gets shot. Um, it's okay, but it's so historically like that battle took place on a bridge, and in the movie, it's just out in a field.
Yeah.
And you know, there's yeah, I have a lot of nitpicks when it comes to Braveheart, even though I do love that movie. I think it's an excellent movie, but
Well, just considering it as a battle scene and
yeah, yeah,
ignoring the uh, actual history.
hmm yeah, it's well shot, it's well done, it's gruesome as fuck. Um, like I remember,
And then they have the
I,
whole taunting thing with the.
hmm um, but yeah, when I first saw the movie, I was like 13, I think. I think we were about 13 years old when that came out.
Could
Uh,
be. I don't remember.
just the right age for that movie uh, to come out. But
Right.
the only other time I had seen like a depiction of um, like a sword type battle like that was in Spartacus
Hmm.
and from like the 60s. So
Okay.
then when you see Braveheart and it's like, oh, this would be the reality of like going at each other with fucking axes and swords. Like it would be gruesome as hell.
Yeah. Lots of limbs everywhere. And
Yeah. Um, so yeah, Braveheart. That's an honorable mention. It's not in my top three, but
okay. Yeah, I was thinking of I guess another Mel Gibson with The Patriot, and I guess
hmm
Dancing with Wolves also did it pretty well too. Like just the
yeah,
gruesomeness of the um, Civil
the
War.
brutality of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and how they were, like those, like bullets flying through the air and cannonballs.
hmm
It sticks with you, and then all the scenes after with the medical procedures where they're
Yeah.
like aren't washing their hands or anything. Just
Yeah.
go from one to the next. And it's like, yeah, you forget how far technology has brought us.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, the s- yeah, Dances with Wolves specifically has that. It starts with him about to get his leg sawed off, and um, it just feels grimy and dirty, and
Well, it is.
because it is, yeah. But like you feel it through the screen, like you know, it portrays it well.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's like going through medical school. You learn that it's like they haven't, invented soap yet. They thought,
hmm.
you totally didn't need to wash your hands before working on
Yeah,
a
germ theory
new
hadn't been.
patient.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Why would we even do this?
Yeah.
It's like they knew nothing about like blood, you know, born diseases being
Hmm.
transferred. Crazy. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
It's
It,
like,
it's to us, it seems like such common sense. Um,
well, that's
but
I guess a bit of a digression. It's like because I've been reading Leviticus,
mhm.
and I guess they do talk about it, how like anything discharged from the body is unclean. Um, but you don't really put two and two together.
Yeah,
Funny how that
yeah,
is.
or you just kind of get used to it, I guess, or desensitized to it.
But yeah, I was thinking of another discharge. Um,
Were you now?
well, literally words.
Tell me all about it. Okay.
No, words. I'm not a
Yeah.
pervert. You're the pervert.
You can't set me up like that.
I don't, I think I don't know.
No, I get it. I mean, there's a reason that ejaculated can mean two things. It can also mean like exclaimed.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I think it's our tendency to let evolution do the thinking for us and to just like follow our instinct without question.
Still talking about words.
Um, well, words are a part of that. I guess they have a like a grammar to them, and it's like you put them together a certain way, um, and then you can come up with like really stupid conclusions, like left-handed people are Satan. It's like because that's from the Latin. It's like sinister is left-handed. So
Okay.
then they
I
think,
didn't know that.
if you're left-handed, you're from the devil. So it's like
Well, is it a chicken or egg thing? I mean, does the word mean that because they already thought left-handed people were bad?
hmm, I'm not sure
Or
about
did
that.
we, yeah, did did we later start to make the connection that left-handed people are bad because of the words?
I think that merits investigation. It's like,
Yeah.
was Hitler left-handed? You may be onto something.
I don't know. I know my one of my older sisters is mostly ambidextrous now because they forced her to write with her right hand, and
I've been
in
doing
school.
that. Well, I mean, it's like with my artwork. It's like I'll try
Hmm.
drawing with both hands, um, just to see what I can do.
Yeah.
I've gotten better.
Well, it's different if it's by choice, but
It is.
um,
Well,
yeah, it's just
that's with everything.
it's crazy for me to think about. Like, she's not that old. She's in her 50s,
Hmm.
and so not that long ago we were still doing that shit with the whole left-handed thing.
Well, I
So,
mean, it's like one of is it Saint Augustine or Saint Augustus? Fuck. Anyway, it's like 1500 years ago. He was complaining about like the very thing the Christian nationalists are trying to force down everybody's throat. It's like one of the biggest hinges or important like points you can't
mhm.
remove from Christianity is the choice. You
Oh,
need
free will and all
you
that, yeah.
need the free choice to choose. Like if you make it a Christian nation by default, you're gonna go on fucking crusades. Like
Yeah, yeah, and
that's
burn people at the stake and all that.
yeah, you've
But that's what those
you've
monsters want.
yeah, you're Satan. You've turned
Hmm.
Christ into Satan. Good job. But anyway, it's like
Anyway, battle scenes.
right. What was my oh, okay, I think I've talked about this one before. You want to go first?
Sure, I can do my number three.
I guess
Uh,
that's kind of forcing you to go first.
Helm's Deep from
Hmm.
is it the Two Towers? It's one of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I can't remember
Oh,
which.
oh,
It's
okay.
not the first one, but
I was wondering what the hell you were talking about. That's another one I
uh,
remember is Lord of the Rings. It's a,
mhm.
like all of them are one.
Yeah, I remember them all as one story too, so it's hard for me to remember which movie certain things happened in. Um, except maybe the first movie, just because I've seen it so many more than the others.
Huh.
But yeah, Helm's Deep, the orcs attacking and all of that. It's just so cinematic, and
Mm,
it's not realistic at all. In fact,
not even
only
close.
one on my list I would call realistic. The other two are not at all realistic, but that's the point. It's fantasy and
Mhm.
it's way over the top and just big and epic, and yeah, I love it. It's also really well, like, not choreographed, but I mean it's well choreographed, but structured. Like the way they structure the story beats just within that one battle is really cool.
Yeah. Is that all? Mostly CGI? Like I would.
Probably mostly, yeah. Um, except for, all the
It's like
medium
that's
and up close shots.
when did that come out again? It's like I thought it was like
First
2000s
one I think was like 2003 or 4, somewhere around there.
because it's like the Phantom Menace. I remember that I haven't seen it recently, but it's like I remember it looking so cartoony, and that
Yeah.
that is something like Lord of the Rings didn't look like at all. Like it looked
Hmm.
realistic. I mean, for a fantasy movie, and those were
Yeah,
close together.
2001 is when the first one came out, so uh but yeah, I mean you go back and you look at like Jurassic Park, there's a lot of CGI in
Mhm.
that and it looks amazing. Um, there's a few shots where you can kind of see it showing its age just a little bit, but for the most part, it looks great. And I think with Lord of the Rings, they did such a mix of practical and CGI.
Mm.
Um, like the close-ups of the orcs, like that's clearly practical makeup, um,
Yeah.
and I think that helps. But
Mm.
uh, most of their CGI was saved for the massive army, way back. Like probably the first couple of rows are actually real people.
Okay, okay. I see.
You
I
know, it's
think
kind of that
so.
kind of thing,
So
probably.
you think the Phantom Menace would have been better if they had like models of the
Maybe,
clones?
but I also think a lot of the problem with the Phantom Menace and the other prequel Star Wars movies was that a lot of that was by choice, I think, because
Yeah,
it was George Lucas basically having absolute free reign.
yeah.
And I
And
think that
he didn't have
in
the
his,
because
yeah,
I know with the original trilogy he had the hubris or humility to ask other
yeah,
people for
exactly,
their
yeah.
opinions, and for this
Um,
it was more like a flex. He's
mhm.
like, look what I can do.
Yeah, he's also like, I think inside his brain is just a cartoon. Like, I think everything he
Hmm,
imagines is just like 12-year-old cartoon shit.
maybe.
Um, because that's all the prequels are. They're just they they look a
Hmm.
certain way because I think he wanted it to look that way. And when you go back to the
He
original
he
trilogy,
definitely had a I think a fixation on selling toys. So
mm,
it's like that
yeah,
was
because
maybe his primary goal.
he has the imagination of a 12-year-old boy, I think, and um, or even younger, like an 8-year-old. But
Could be.
the stuff that you go back and you look at the original trilogy that is available now, it's really hard to find the original cuts without stuff that he added over a decade later
Mm,
in the 90s. All this cartoon crap,
mm.
you know. And you even do get hints of that in the original trilogy in the original cuts with like the Ewoks, which I love the Ewoks, but they're sentient teddy bears. So
Well,
like that
I thought they were
weird.
added in too. They were. I thought it was supposed to be the Wookiee planet originally.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Um, but either way, it made it in, and I'm not complaining about the Ewoks. I like them, but I think they're
Yeah,
like a clue, a little hint
I
that these movies are being made by a man child. So
don't know. Little dwarves need to work too. So
yeah, like I said, I don't have I don't have a problem with them. Just they make a little more sense in retrospect that
weren't
they're there. You know?
weren't they all like shit faced on set?
Yeah, probably.
I thought I don't. It's like I remember hearing that, but I don't remember what movie that was for. But I could imagine Star Wars on set having a bunch of shit faced Ewoks.
That'd be pretty fun.
That would be yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Would have liked to have been there, but whatever. Um.
But anyway, Lord of the Rings has a bunch of really good battles that I'd put all of them on my honorable mentions list at the very least.
Okay. Anything specific?
Well, no, not really. I mean, all the I just love those fucking movies.
They're just glorious spectacles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the reason I keep bringing up Star Wars is because of this next movie. I've talked about it before, but you haven't
Hmm.
seen it. Um, but it's Legends of Galactic Heroes. I forget if it's intergalactic or galactic, but it's like I watched the original series. I haven't seen the update or the remake. They made a remake maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Um, but it's giant space battles, but it's from the Japanese analytical anime people.
Okay.
So it's very technical. It's like They nail down into details that I think most uh, uh like your teenage and under, like they were probably be bored with it.
Mhm.
But for an like a what what's the like a nerd, but a warfare nerd. I guess I don't know, a battle
Yeah.
nerd.
Okay.
Like what are these strategy
Yeah, I
nerds?
don't know.
I
Yeah,
I
strategy nerds, warfare nerds.
yeah, like they're painting their little miniatures,
Okay, yeah.
setting up the battle
Like
scene.
Warhammer type stuff and
What kind of? I mean, there's like the Civil War. I remember like that
mm,
whole Civil War episode in Twin Peaks where Benjamin Horne lost his mind and was thought he was Colonel Custard. That was fun.
mm,
But so yeah, a lot of I wouldn't say it's more realistic because it's purely speculative.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Because it's sci-fi, yeah.
well, yeah, and also I guess this is kind of speculative too, but it's like just like space travel in general. It's like we really don't know how human bodies would react, and
Yeah.
because I know there's a theory of relativity where like you travel in space at the speed of light, and then on Earth, like hundreds of years would pass,
Yeah.
and so that gets confusing. But we don't know if that's true or not. So who knows?
Well, I think it hasn't been tested because we don't have any way to, but I think they're pretty
Mm.
solid on the physics that that is what would happen. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would calculate that though. So is that just the particles? Because I know with biology, like theoretically, every atom in your body has been replaced like every 7 years. And
is it atoms or cells that replace every
I
seven
was
years?
wondering about this. So I might have to look into this and get back to you.
Yeah, or is it even true? Because it does sound a little bit like the whole 10% of the brain thing, which is a myth.
Probably.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
could
don't
be.
know.
Because I know, like blood is different than neurons and so on. So yeah, that might be one of those talking points that um, is meaningless when you break it down to that level,
Yeah.
or you try to generalize it for the entire body.
Hmm. Right. So is that your number three then? Is there a
It is.
specific battle from the show, or is it just kind of all of in general?
It's been so long, and it's such a massive anime. It's like over a
Yeah.
hundred episodes. Um, but yeah, some of the space battles are pretty cool. But yeah, they
It does
have.
remind me, I should put it as an honorable mention, actually. I just don't remember what
Hmm?
when it happened, but in The Expanse, and I'm only on season two, I'm watching that show very slowly.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking about
in the
that.
first season, there's a space battle towards the beginning that is one of the few times I've seen like a spaceship battle that felt like truly scary.
Hmm.
And it's when the whole crew is like locked in like a holding cell and they just have to like ride out this battle. Can't do anything about it. And then one of them uh was like a laser or something goes through the holding cell and knocks one of
Hmm.
their heads off. It's pretty
Trapped like cages or rats in a cage.
yeah, yeah,
Cages in a rat.
exactly. Um, but that, yeah, that's one of the only space battles where it wasn't just, oh, this is cool.
Mhm.
It was like, oh, that would be terrifying because you're in fucking space. There's nowhere to go.
Yep, and a vacuum, which is very hostile to human life
Yeah,
or life in general.
yeah, like a naval battle would be terrifying, but
Mhm.
at least you have the off chance of maybe being a little able to swim.
Depends
But
on the temperature of the water. It's like
well,
you
of
you
course,
could be
yeah,
in the Arctic. It's like yeah, you don't want to. It's like oh my god,
yeah,
but
you don't. That's it'd be akin to fighting in space, I guess. Um,
yep,
but
that does
yeah,
remind me of a I guess a nostalgia pick, and that's Babylon 5.
okay,
It's like their their CGI battles. They still look better than the Phantom Menace, but it's maybe because I love the show and
yeah,
I think the way they did the CGI was different though. It's like maybe they've done a what a HD um upres to it. I know they put their new episode or I thought they put I don't want to say the whole 5 seasons, but they might have.
mhm,
I think it's on YouTube. You can just watch it.
mm.
So might have to check those out.
Yeah. I never actually watched that one.
But yeah, their space battles were, it looked like a computer game. But I guess at the time, it's like
Hmm.
you're. I guess I was thinking of a what is it, Wing Commander, where it's like 2D sprites and it's all super
Oh yeah,
pixelated like DOS. Uh, man, I'm just. It's like kids these days don't know. It's like, huh? I couldn't imagine. It's like falling down that rabbit hole and just this is what we used to do.
yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of younger people these days that are really into retro gaming, and
Hmm. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
yeah,
I guess well, I don't know. It's like reading books is like if you're able to use your imagination, it's
hmm,
like that'll take you a lot farther. Anyway,
yeah.
so I guess
Well,
we
um, move on to my number two,
yep.
and again another very unrealistic one, and it's fantasy, and that's the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I forgot about Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I can't believe I
and
did
it's got
that.
some pretty solid battles.
It
The
does.
Watchers on the Wall is a really good, fun battle, but I think the the Battle of the Bastards probably has to take the spot for that show because
Mm.
um, it's just really fucking good, really,
Yeah.
really gritty. And he's getting trampled and shit, um, and thematically, like the show really spends like years building up to that one fight.
Mm.
So uh, it was very satisfying to see, the Starks retake Winterfell and get the banner dropping after the fight and everything, and then what
Yeah.
happens to Ramsay Snow
Mm.
later, how they dispatch him is just fucking perfect.
Mm. Yeah,
So
that show had a lot of good points.
it did. It's unfortunate what happened with that show.
I mean, I
Um,
think that was kind of inevitable, but just
I
just
mean,
the whole thunderstorm of film development or
yeah, to a degree, but god damn, they really so much of it just felt like a middle finger to the audience, though. Like we can
Hmm.
we can I don't know if we talked about the ending of, but I'm still pissed about it. It's so bad. Um,
Mm, well, it's so like Cliff Notes.
yeah, but none of it even made sense. If it had been a rushed ending,
Hmm.
but certain things actually made logical sense for certain characters, it would have sucked, but it wouldn't have been. They just went everything you can think of to destroy entire character arcs that took years to develop. I was just, never mind. You know, it's just so bad. But the Battle of the Bastards was one of the that I feel like that episode is one of the last episodes too, where you felt just how great this show could be. You know,
Yeah, I guess that's it's like they raise expectations up to a certain point and they have to maintain that
yeah,
level of quality.
yeah. Another good one from that show that everybody thinks of like the Watchers on the Wall as the other big battle that was really cool. But there's a smaller scale battle where I think it's called Hard Home, I think is the name of the episode. It's when they're way beyond the wall and the White Walkers attack like this little village.
Hmm.
And it's the first time that Jon Snow and like I think it's the first time Jon Snow and like the big bad White Walker guy
Oh.
come
Hmm.
head to head, and it's really genuinely scary because the show had already developed a reputation of like anyone can be killed off at any point,
Hmm.
and he's completely outmatched uh against this guy. So like when that battle first aired on TV, I was like, this could go either this is genuinely harrowing because you don't know which way this is going to go. This dude might be dead. He probably won't
Hmm.
be, but could be.
Yeah.
um so yeah, that's my number two.
Okay. Um. Well, crap. It's like I'm because I don't even remember the name of this movie. I think it's
Okay.
The Good and Bad, Bad and the Ugly, but it's
Okay.
been so long since I've seen it, and so I'm kind of just going off of the Clint Eastwood documentary I saw. We're just looking at
Uh,
this, and there's literally like thousands of people there, and they're
that's
filming.
probably Good, Bad, and the Ugly because I think that has some Civil War battles in it. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they blow up the bridge, and there's that whole sequence. That's probably the one you're thinking of.
Well, I know they did it in several others, so like this isn't the
Yeah,
only
they did. I just
spaghetti
don't remember
western that.
all of his.
Yeah, I don't know either. I probably should have watched it again, but it's like not sure how invested I am in spectacles.
Yeah.
But yeah, might have to check it out on YouTube. I don't know.
I feel like I remember seeing like a making of documentary or something about the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly,
Mhm.
and how many extras they had involved in that movie. Um, so
But yeah, other than that, I don't really. It's like other than getting an actual film crew and an actual army, like
mhm.
just wow, the level of effort and keeping everyone choreographed
Yeah,
must have been a nightmare.
yeah, I can only imagine. It's
And
I,
then
I
it's like
remember seeing.
they didn't have like cell phones or
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking of. I remember seeing a behind the scenes like clip of Mel Gibson on Braveheart,
Hmm.
and it's when they're filming one of the big battles, and he's like running around with a walkie-talkie. He's like yelling into it,
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you just saw your friend get chopped in half. Oh, you did this. Oh no, like I guess just trying to keep everybody
Hmm.
in the mood or whatever." Um,
Yeah, well, I mean, the right, facial
mhm.
expressions. Okay.
All right. Ready for my number one then?
Hmm.
Uh, I think this is kind of an obvious pick. Um, I think most lists would put this on there. That's the beach landing from Saving Private Ryan.
You sniped my pick.
Oh no,
It's like
we have
I
the same number one. That's rare.
well, I mean, it's kind of predictable. Maybe I just copped out and I
Yeah.
didn't want to think of another one. But
I mean,
I was thinking about it and I was just like, how do you top that?
yeah, how do you top it? It's probably the best depiction of a historical battle that's ever been put to film. I mean, you just can't beat it.
Well, I mean, the amount of research and like,
Detail and uh, it's the massive endeavor of and I don't know if there was much CGI used. I'm sure there was. I know there was CGI used after the battle when they're looking over the beach. You see the
yeah,
zeppelins and how big everything is. Um, but as far as the actual storming of the beach, it looked everything looked really practical and real. The
mm,
transport ships that they used. Uh, it just felt like you see the photos. There's a few very iconic photos from the real D-Day and the real landing, and the movie just feels like those photos come to life. It's nuts.
yeah. I don't know if I have anything to add.
Yeah, and the historical accuracy is pretty. Well, it's pretty close. I think it was Dog Sector, which when I read about it was just a meat grinder. It was one of the worst spots to land
Yeah.
for that entire day.
Hmm. I guess I do have
The
an.
only,
Huh?
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
For the Americans, I mean,
Hmm.
they were just fish in a barrel. Like it was the way that beach was laid out, like they were completely fucked, but they still managed to take it. And
Well, I do know the CIA. I just read a book on this, so sorry.
mhm,
But it's like the CIA and the Air Force. They had like um, like they would throw out like straw men with parachutes to
oh
kind of
yeah, yeah.
distract. So I guess war disinfo
Hmm.
to lower casualties.
Yeah, that actually, this it actually reminds me of another honorable mention I should have brought up is pretty much all of Band of Brothers. Um,
Hmm.
like all the battles in Band of Brothers were pretty amazing. Um, but the one that where they take the artillery guns at the very beginning, it's right after they parachute in, and it's their first major. Uh, it's more of a skirmish, I guess, but
Hmm.
uh, they do a really good job just portraying, you know, how heroic that little operation actually was. And then in the credits, they talk about how a bunch of men from Easy Company got like all these awards just for that one battle, and it's still taught at. They still teach it at like West Point and everything.
Okay. Well, that reminds me of Like we've missed all the Vietnam movies.
Yeah,
So
I was trying to think of some that would make it on the list, and there's plenty of honorable mentions I could have brought up, but
mm,
I can't think of any that really. Well, I mean, I said Forrest Gump. That was Vietnam. But as far as like
true.
Vietnam movies like Platoon
I was
or
thinking of Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse
Um,
Now, yeah,
what was the other one? The Stanley Kubrick one, Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah.
Although I do prefer the drill instructor to the war.
Yeah, the yeah, it's a weird one because it's like two movies.
Yeah,
And I always kind of preferred the boot camp sequence too, for some reason.
yeah, it's
I
weird.
think maybe and this is probably the point, but maybe by the time they get to Vietnam, I'm so fucking tired that I'm like kind of checked out a little bit.
Mm,
Um,
I guess
yeah.
we could talk about the shift in warfare too, because I think like the people who went to D-Day, even the
Mhm.
politicians, they were scarred by the horrors of it.
Oh, of
And
course they were. Yeah.
so yeah, in like the Korean War, they had started switching to like different, I guess more cowardly methods of like it was a
More
lot of
gorilla.
yeah, and then like in Vietnam, it's like napalm everything,
Yeah,
and
it's just gritty and yeah, it's
then Agent
well,
Orange.
all war is gritty and all war
It
is
is,
terrible because you're killing people, but it just got dirtier as far as method goes. Yeah.
yeah.
And, you know, I you don't hear much about public sentiment during World War II, um, especially after
Hmm.
Pearl Harbor. I think
Oh,
you know
what do you
it was
mean?
it was it was viewed as more of maybe not necessarily as justified, but it was definitely more of a like there was more support.
Mhm.
And historically, when we look back on World War II, we think of it as like, well, we had, it was a war that had to be fought. But the public sentiment around Vietnam during the war and now, everybody pretty much agrees like none of that shit should have happened at all. So,
Yeah.
and I think that influences the way that films portray those two wars too.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I
like,
get what you're saying.
yeah, like Saving Private Ryan is it, it's a brutal movie because it's about a war, but there's a heroism to it. There's a,
Mhm.
you know, kind of a flag wavy, rah rah kind of element going on underneath the surface with that movie. Even their mission is it's a mission
Mhm.
I fucking disagree with, frankly. The 8 guys for the life of one, fuck you. But
I think that
the
wasn't
mission has, a good intention, and it's just because
wasn't that made up though?
yeah, the no, the it yeah, I don't think it really I think it was based on very loosely based on a situation that happened in World War II, which probably happened quite a lot. But um, it was portrayed in the movie as like this honorable thing to do. But if you look at any Vietnam movie, it's all about just how horrible everybody involved is, um,
Hmm.
and yeah, they're just portrayed differently.
Well, I do know, like looking, I guess at the current situations, like how these countries turned out, after these wars. It's
Hmm.
like Japan, Germany, Korea, or South Korea, I guess. It's like they're all, up there, at least economically.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not so sure about Vietnam.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, well, Vietnam's definitely not a world power, um,
True.
like those other countries are. But there's also the political situation that led to Vietnam in the first place.
I
And
thought that was similar to Korea. It was
I
a
don't know
a
enough about
red
Korea,
scare.
but yeah, it's all proxy wars between the United States and Russia is basically what it comes down to. Um, the to stop the spread of communism and
Well, Russia
uh,
and China. But
well, yeah, but Russia, during that time period, Russia was the big communist
oh,
um,
definitely.
influence in the world.
Well, they were. I guess they were about equal with the CIA. You don't hear a whole lot about the Chinese Secret Service going around, doing like the Bay of
Mm.
Pigs type stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know as much as I should about China during that period.
Yeah, me
Um,
neither.
but uh, but as far as how people view Vietnam, it just uh, yeah, that war has not aged well,
Definitely.
like World War II did.
Which is weird because I know like those have to go through those proper channels for approval to be released. Huh.
What you mean information about a war or just going
Um,
to war?
well, just films released by Hollywood in general.
No,
There's certain political agendas that they
sure.
have to meet.
Well, I mean, yeah, to a degree. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I mean, there's still movies that get made that are definitely not. That definitely don't really fit that agenda. You know.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, you look at one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid, and it still holds up. It's a really good movie, but it is blatant right wing Reagan era Republican propaganda, and that's Red Dawn.
Okay, yeah, we talked about
I
this.
mean, yeah, just blatant propaganda. Um, Forrest Gump could be read as propaganda. I don't think it's meant to be. But if you actually watch that movie, it's kind of there's a reason conservatives love that movie.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, you watch it and you just watch how certain elements of U.S. history are portrayed.
Hmm.
Um, you know, like Jenny has her hippie anti-war boyfriend who, of course, beats her up, so he's the bad
Huh.
guy. You know,
Interesting.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. Forrest Gump, he goes to Vietnam. He doesn't question the politics. He just does what needs to be done.
Mm.
He's a good soldier. He's not very smart, which makes him better than everyone. Yeah, the whole movie's just a conservative fantasy. Still a
Hmm.
great movie, still one of the best movies ever made, but you could read it that way. You know, Jenny, she's promiscuous, she experiments with drugs, she lives the hippie lifestyle and
Hmm.
she dies at the end of the movie like she deserves.
Jeez. Ouch.
I'm not saying that's not my opinion. That's how I think conservatives would react to that movie. Even unconsciously.
Hmm.
He's even named after the guy who started the Ku Klux Klan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's in the movie. He
Oh,
says,
okay. I forgot about that.
yeah. And they kind of hand wave away that element, but they show like a whole scene where there's Tom Hanks playing Nathan Bedford Forrest, and he puts on a hood and
Hmm.
goes riding around, and
Hmm.
he's talks about how he was named after a Civil War hero who you know rode around like a ghost for some reason, and he didn't understand what the Ku Klux Klan was. And then they sort of hand wave away the fact that he's named after this guy, where he's like, yeah, mama named me that to remind me that sometimes people do things that don't make any sense.
That's true.
I don't know. It's that's a weird name to name someone after a vicious terrorist. It's a weird reason, you know. I wouldn't name my kid Adolf to remind him that there's bad people in the world. That's a weird choice,
Yes, it is.
you know. But he's from Alabama, and his mother is very clearly very, very Southern. So, I mean, the reality is she was probably just a vicious racist.
Yep.
Yeah,
Closet racist.
yeah.
Hmm. So any
They live on an old plantation. Anyway, anyway, got off on this whole rant about Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that was unexpected. But
Well, we were talking about like political agendas in movies, which makes sense if we're talking war movies. There's that's part of the conversation, and then that got me going on the whole
yeah,
you know
I guess there is
right wing movies.
another side to this, and that's like anti-war movies. Which I
Hmm.
was thinking of Come and See. It's a Russian
Yeah,
movie.
that's probably the best anti-war movie there is. I mean, God, that is a rough fucking movie. Um, yeah, I love that movie. I mean, I love it, but I also kind of, it's such a hard watch that I kind of hate it too, but
Yeah,
it's necessary.
it's been a while, and
Hmm.
I should just rewatch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those that I'd have to rewatch it, but it felt to me closer to an anti-fascist movie than a
Hmm.
necessarily anti-war movie, because it portrays the Nazis as what they fucking were, especially in Belarusia at the time, like evil monsters. They're fucking orcs, and they're
Hmm.
not going to stop. So
Hmm.
war is necessary. And I don't know if that's the message of the movie, is that war is necessary when you meet, when you have fascists, but uh that's how I feel every time I see any kind of anti-war movie that depicts Nazis. I'm kind of like, well, I mean, yeah, but they're not going to give us a choice anyway.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. Yeah, I guess there's movies like All Quiet on the Western Front, I think is the name of it. Um,
not sure if
or
I've
All
seen that
Quiet
one.
on the Yeah, it's pretty new. It's from the last 5, 6 years.
Okay, that's probably why.
But that's World War I, so technically not Nazis, but um, it's told from the German perspective, and I think maybe that's one of the only ways you can really make a truly anti-war movie, is to tell it from the bad guy's perspective.
The bad
Um,
guys.
well, yeah. I don't know why he did quotation marks. They were pretty clearly the bad guys.
Well, that's the thing. It's It's like if you're the Germans, then the other guys are the bad guys.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but if you're a human being, Nazis are bad.
That
Like,
should be obvious, but a lot of
it should
people
be.
don't
I know.
get it.
Well, you know, I remember growing up and reading about World War II and the Holocaust specifically and thinking geez, how did any of them not know they were the bad guys? And now I'm living through that exact thing happening in my country, and I'm like, well, I guess well,
Yeah.
pay attention because this is how it happens.
Hmm.
It's because they all do think they're the good guys. They think they're victims, and the brutality that they do to people they think is like a necessary thing
Oh, definitely.
because they're being victimized.
Well, I know in the like when the CIA was founded and the tactics they used to fight the
Hmm.
communism, it's like they use that specific. It's like, well, they're monsters, so we need to destroy them
Yeah,
by any means necessary.
yeah, dehumanizing. It's why going back to the war movies, like you hear a lot of dehumanizing language about
Mm.
the enemy, Krauts, gooks, etc. The way they refer to them with slurs um, makes perfect sense because you have to dehumanize them so you can kill them.
Yeah, otherwise you'll hesitate.
Hmm.
And yeah. Anyway, so any other things about Saving Private Ryan?
No, not really. I mean, we could also add the battle at the end was pretty good. Battle over that bridge. Um,
Oh, I did. I had one nitpick, and it's so stupid. It's just like, why didn't that sniper shoot down the tank barrel?
oh yeah.
But
Well,
I guess you have to kill somebody. So
yeah, but also in that moment, like first of all, would it work? But second,
maybe.
maybe, but like in the heat of battle,
Mm,
and he wasn't superhuman either. Like he was
right.
an excellent sniper, but there's plenty of, especially in that particular battle, he misses plenty of dudes and
Mm,
has to take several shots. And yeah, I don't know. And for dramatic purpose, of course, like just seeing it, raise up to you and you're like, oh fuck, I'm fucked. Um,
yeah.
you know, yeah, I don't know. That would have to be a very fast calculation to make in that moment because there's only a few seconds.
Yeah.
So
And getting older, it's like I was playing Quake, and it's like
yeah.
I was just thinking, how did I play this so fast? It's like
Hmm.
I'm just slow now. Got to play on
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. That's funny. Quake. Picture Quake so vividly. The the visuals. I cannot tell you what that game sounds like at all because I've never actually heard that game, even though I played hours of it.
Oh right, because you're
Because
turn it turn it all down.
no, no, it's because like I had other computer games
Mhm.
back during that era that I played that had sound. Uh like the sound of those doors opening in Doom is seared into my brain.
Well, yeah, and the
Uh
peon from Warcraft 3.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Do it.
Ready to work.
There it is.
Um yeah, and then you keep clicking on them, then they get annoyed. Um no, Quake on my computer it came as a demo on the computer. I
Ah,
never actually bought Quake,
okay.
but because it was a demo, it only had one level and they muted it. So it didn't have sound. and I never actually played the full game, so I have no
Mm.
idea what that game actually sounds like.
Honestly, I don't think it's that good of a game, but it's like it's the
Yeah.
mods and the engine
Hmm.
defined a generation of games.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Did you ever play Myst?
um, I did not. I think I read a review of it, and it talked about it having like moon logic, and I was not a fan. So I never
Moon
never
Logic.
bought it, never played it. Well, Dream Logic.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
It does. Um, that's one thing I
so
liked about it.
it's like honestly, I like an adventure game if it like makes sense.
Yeah, it's
But
mostly just a puzzle game.
yeah,
Um,
but I mean, even with puzzles, it's like I like
mhm,
logical puzzles.
yeah. Uh, it's funny. I only played Myst a few times when it was out, and then I got bored with it.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, now it's my favorite. So there's a VR game called Walkabout Mini Golf. And it's my favorite VR game,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a Myst level, uh,
Mm,
and
that
it's
sounds
one of the
fun.
best levels they have. It's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mist would make a good golf course. That
Oh
sounds.
yeah, it's great. It's great.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
highly
makes a
recommend.
good adventure game though.
Nah, no, but perfect mini golf course.
Okay, well, that's cool. So for next week, I wanted to switch it up a bit and
Okay.
go back to the genres. So
All right.
I think the next big one is drama.
Drama. Okay.
Yep. So this
We
will,
haven't done drama yet. I guess we
uh,
haven't.
if we have, I didn't record it, so
Yeah, well, we can revisit it then. It'd be a fun one to try to define too.
it will. And it's like I haven't really watched a lot of drama. So,
Yeah, me neither, actually. Oh well.
so we'll be showing how one dimensional we
Showing our
are.
ignorance. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Well, I mean,
Um,
it's like I figured that's like so. I mean, our look at our president. So, but
yeah, yeah. We're doing okay, I guess, as far as ignorance goes. Us specifically.
yeah, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
okay. So take care of yourself. Good
Yep.
talking with you, and see you next week.
All right. See you then.